What up? This is your boy Rob, and this is a solo show on She Said, He Said. I just wanted to drop in and make y'all laugh real quick, and just to give you some words of encouragement and some words just to make you think. Let's start with the laugh. So I booked a hotel back in October and went through this website, and everything was all good. I went down, had my little rendezvous, came back, and ever since, this hotel has been blown. Well, not this hotel, but the company I booked through keeps calling me saying, "Oh, we have a free vacation for you. Oh, you've earned this. Oh, you've earned that. Oh, you've earned this." And I'm like, yo, get out of here with that, right? Like, you're blowing me up. I'm not, look, that was a one-time thing. So another one of them called me yesterday. That was January 20th. And she's just talking for like 5 minutes straight. I can tell she's on the script. There's no chance for me to interject. And when she finishes talking, she says, "Well, I bet you're wondering what the catch is, right? Aren't you wondering what the catch is with this?" You know, they'll never be on American soil half the time, which isn't a problem. But she asked me what I thought the catch would be, and all I did was turn up my radio and put it on speakerphone. I know I'm ignorant for that, but you know, typically they get hung up on, or they drag you in a conversation and they have rebuttals for every time you say no. But I just turned up the radio, and I was listening to Chic Luch, "Good Love," yeah. So I just played it, and this lady stayed on the phone for 3 minutes. "Hello, hello, sir, hello." And then she would stop, and then the music would keep going, and then she'd be like, "Hello, sir, are you there? Hello?" And I'm in my car, I'm driving home, I'm cracking up, because I'm like, yo, this lady really not about to hang up. Because there's like a thing with them where they can't hang up, like you have to hang up on them. But after about 3 or 4 minutes, she did hang up, and she tried to call me right back. So, yeah. That was my day yesterday. I thought that was pretty funny. All right, moving forward. I just want to talk to you all. I mean, briefly. This is gonna be like 3-4 minutes. When's the last time you looked in the mirror to reflect? In my career field, I'm taught to be a reflective learner. I look at what I do and what I've done, and I reflect upon it to see how I can improve. And I think as people, we should do the same thing, man. I know She Said, He Said. You know, it's more than about relationships. It's about the thoughts of men and thoughts of women. That's truly the core of this show. And so this is the thought of a man to going out to men and women. I think you should, if you aren't already, you should be a reflective thinker. You know, every once in a while, whether it's every 3 or 4 months, every 5 months, sit down and look at your life and look at what you've done and look at where you are and see what you can do to improve. We're all a work in progress. And I think self-improvement is a big thing, because you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your loved ones, and you're doing it for the person that you're with or the person that you're going to be with. None of us are perfect, and we can all improve in some areas, myself included. I mean, each day is a new lesson for me to look back at the day before and say, hey, Rob, what can you do differently today in regards to what you did yesterday? So I just want to encourage you all to be reflective thinkers and lean on your friends, man. If you have really tight friends or a tight family member who really knows you, talk to them about that. I used to have a habit of every once in a while I would talk to a really close friend and I say, "Hey, what do you not like about me?" And none of them ever answered. I know that's a weird question to be asked by somebody you're close to, but think about it. What do you not like about me? And if you really think about your closest friends and your best friends, there's something that you don't like, or there's something you wish that they would do differently, or something that they would do better. And I think you should tell them. Not in a mean way, not in a rude way, but one of my things was I was very passive. And people used to take advantage of me because I'm just naturally a nice person. I'm really nice, and I just want to see people do well. And one of my closest friends told me a long time ago, she said, "Bobby," that's how she says my name. She was like, "You're too nice." She was like, "You're too freaking nice. Like you don't know how to say no." And I kind of laughed it off because I asked her the question. You know, I was like, "What do you not like about me?" And I asked her the question, I got the answer, and I kind of laughed. But when I thought about it, I was like, yo, she's right. 9 times out of 10, if somebody asked me for something, I would say yes. So I learned how to say no, not just to be a jerk or not to be mean, but I really had to consider what the person was asking me and what it was going to cost me in the end. And sometimes it's really not worth it. Somebody else's happiness is not always worth your own happiness or your sacrifice. So I just wanted to drop that little tidbit off. Think about that, man. That's what friends are for. That's what family's for. And that's why every day above ground is a gift. It's a chance to do better. You know, set your goals, work towards your goals, reflect on your progress towards your goals. You know, love yourself, take care of yourself. And I have an analogy that I came up with. I was driving home, and you've all seen this too. You ever been somewhere, you have a familiar route that you go, and you see something that's different. It wasn't there before, but you didn't notice it till it was done. For me, it was an ant pile. When I turned into the neighborhood that I live in, I passed this little fancy row of bushes. And one day I just noticed this big old mound of dirt. And I'm like, yo, that's a huge ant pile. I've been driving by this place for the last 4 months or so. November, December, 3 months. And I never noticed it, right? But when you think about it, we're kind of like the ant pile. And I'm going to get a little philosophical here. So think it in regards to what people see and what people don't see. So with an ant pile, typically the queen, she's buried deep underneath. She's underground somewhere. The pile above ground that we see represents all the work that's gone into protecting it. You know, it starts out with the hard work, and it starts out with 1 grain of dirt. Think about how small a grain of dirt is and how small an ant is and how many ants and how many grains of dirt it takes to make an ant pile. And I'm not talking about no little ant pile. I'm talking about one that looks like a freaking safety cone. That takes a lot of hard work. And think about it. Those ant piles, when you knock them down, because we've all done it, you knock them down, kick them open, what do you see? You see all the workers scrambling to rebuild immediately. They look to protect, first of all. They're like, yo, what the heck happened? And they're looking for enemies. But they're not doing that. They're looking to rebuild immediately to protect that queen. So kind of think of your heart and your mind and your spirit as that thing you're protecting. And your life is what you're building and working on each day. You know, and things in life are going to tear at you. They're going to break you down. But you got to remember what you're protecting and what you're fighting for. And you got to remember, you got to rebuild. You know, just because you get torn down doesn't mean you can't build yourself back up. So I want y'all to remember that. We all go through trials and tribulations and hard times in life, and people do us dirty, and circumstances don't always work out the way we want them to work out. But that doesn't mean you quit or you give up. You keep on building, you know? And it's okay to work together with other people to get the help you need. I mean, an ant pile doesn't build itself, and it's not just one ant. It's hundreds, if not thousands of them. So I would say use your network, use your circle of friends, and to continue to improve yourself as a person. This is your boy Rob with a solo segment on She Said, He Said. I hope these words reach you in peace, and I hope that in some way they inspire you to do things differently. See y'all next time.